Hey, ladies, gentlemen, and transgenders, welcome to the Slothcast, the Heroes of the Storm podcast that helps you get better at the game. I am your host and friendly neighborhood Latino, Narsa, and just this week I learned why the banana went to the hospital. He wasn't peeling well. This episode, we have something special for you as there are no regular episodes this week. Instead, we're doing the first of many extra content specials. But I can't do that alone. Oh, no. Filling the crew today is first fan favorite and regular co-host of the Slothcast. He streams, he screams, and plays for all the teams. Welcome back to the show, Galne Gunnar.
Thanks, Marsha. Doing well today.
Yeah, how are things with you?
Going good. Played some new Hero League in this season. It's gone pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to ask. It's a whole new Hero League season just started. It has been treating you well so far?
Kind of. Like, the rating is going good, but the game quality is not good. But it's fine. It will be better later, I think.
Okay, but you did hit the 1K master after placements, I guess.
Yes.
Like so many others. Our second member of today's expert panel is a man that all true fans of the Slothcast knows, as he guested many of the earlier episodes and straight up is the executive producer of the show. He does a lot of work behind the scenes, and in addition to still being really good at the game. And a fun fact, he used to be addicted to soap, but now he's clean. Welcome back to the show, Rooney.
Hello guys. I've been doing well. Just playing point with the team mostly, and having fun.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been on the show. What you been up to lately apart from playing Zarya?
Well, not playing Zarya. A lot of Greymane. I've been deported to Greymane a lot again. A lot of Team League with my team. And that's mostly it, really.
That seems very good. It's a pleasure to have you back on not only have you behind the scenes anymore, but as always, we also have a third guy, and it's an absolute pleasure to finally have this man on the show. He's been around the Heroes Lounge since its beginning. He's now a moderator and contributes in large amount of his time to help others. But more importantly, he is half of the entity called Narshitor and my personal man crush. Welcome to your Slothcast debut, Mr. Peter.
Thank you, Narsha. I love you too. Happy to be here. First time.
Yeah, it's very great to finally have you here. The viewers don't know who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Sweden. I've been apart from for Heroes Lounge for as you said, from the very earliest of the beginning. I've played in former Team Solid, and we're actually creating a new team for the next season together with Narsha.
We are, aren't we?
We are. It's gonna be fun.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
How were you? I saw you in Hero League earlier today, like early Sunday morning.
I started earlier today. The games was mixing qualities. I went 3-1, but it could have gone either way. It was like we lost early games super hard and then made a comeback like 30 plus minutes in and still managed to win. So I got placed in Platinum 1. So.
Oh, okay. That's lower than usual for you, isn't it?
Nah, I got placed Diamond 5 last season. Otherwise, I'm usually around Diamond 5, Plat 1 or something.
There's a reason that we're talking so much about Hero League, and we're going to get back to that before we get into what the extra episode is all about. I quickly want to mention that our Discord server is now public and ready for visitors. A link will be in Twitter and in the description to this video, so drop by to hang out, talk heroes, and get in direct contact with us. So I hope to see many of you guys there. But Now, as mentioned, we're doing something experimental today, as we've been wanting to make extra content outside of the regular episodes. And with the new Hero League season in its first week, we wanted to do something towards solo queue. Usually we talk about subjects aimed toward coordinated play, but today we'll look at how to analyze yourself. We have lined up a replay from a low gold Hero League game sent in by a listener of the show, and will analyze the game from his perspective, with the goal that you at home can do this yourself with your own games. And of course, if you need help, drop by the Discord and we'll do our best. But now, you want to get down and dirty with some low gold gameplay, guys?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, Sambar, take us over to the replay. There we go. And yeah, Rooney, you are the man with the master plan, so you can just start us off.
Hell yeah, let's go.
There we are. Okay. Firstly, we kind of have to mention who's the heroes that are drafted in this game. Unlike coordinated play, the draft and the comp isn't kind of as important in Hero League. Of course, it's easier to win with a good comp than a bad comp. But as Rooney mentioned before the show here, you said you had something really wise words about comp in Hero League.
Well, once you're out of drafts, you just play with the comp you have. You want to win. Play to the strengths that the comp you've gotten, even if it's suboptimal. So,
yeah,
pause right here.
Yeah, let's just pause right there. But yeah, I think it's wise to finish that train of thought, because unlike coordinated, you can't control the drafts. It's not up to you at all. It's for other people that will do their completely own thing. So you can only do the best with what you are given. But I feel it's worth mentioning that you should also, to a certain degree, draft for the map. Like here we are in Dragonshire, and the red team on the right side, they have the Haka for the solo lane, or Leoric if they want. But on the blue side, on the left side, they don't have any strong solo laner, which is something that you most of the time want on Dragonshire.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
But they actually have Tychus, who is a really okay solo laner as well, if he goes against the Haka or Leoric. But they can also send Illidan to the solo lane. And that's versus Tychus and Illidan, I think it's 50-50.
Yeah, that will probably not work out as well. And it's also, before we started off here, the guy that sent in the replay is called Wizai. I'm not sure how that is pronounced, but he plays the Nasibo here. And me personally, I love playing Nasibo. And also on this map, because the mid and the bottom lane are so close together, then that your game plan as Nasibo on this map should be to get stacked.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you often aim for the late game with Nazeebo to get the, I don't remember what it's called, but the level 20 talent, so you get all your stacks.
Vile in fiction or something like that?
Oh yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, you can, yeah, exactly. And if you get it, you do insane damage late game. And that is of course the aim. And also, I'd like to mention, I don't play Nazeebo super much, but isn't the standard often the spider build?
Yes, but I actually kind of agree in this case with actually going third build. Yeah. Spider build is definitely the usual one. But in the usual case, your opponent also doesn't have 3 melee characters. In this case, Toad build can do a rather large amount of damage to both Illidan. If Illidan goes melee, you just shotgun him with 5 Toads, which is mighty fine, as I would say. And the same goes for their 2 bruisers.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
I agree with Rooney here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I have a tendency to just go spider build because it's muscle memory. But I agree against such a melee heavy comp that the enemy has here. It's definitely worth looking into the Toad build. Then immediately, it's possible to get stacked on a Nasibo doing a solo lane too. But if you soak 2 lanes, you will get stacked much earlier, and you can do other things than only farming minions to get stacked. Another thing you should probably not do as Nasibo is to face check bushes.
I mean, especially here also as well, because they have the Dahaka. It's pretty likely that he burrows here from the beginning. So if you walk up to here, it's both the Nazeebo and the Tychus. They walk up and they could very likely be dragged and most likely be dead.
You want to see how this works out, maybe?
I have my suspicion.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be at least one dying, maybe two.
Yeah.
I mean, both of Nazeebo and Tychus is very far out. The Johanna, who should be the one in the front, is way further back. So it would probably be better to just stay back for both Nazeebo and Tychus.
Can we just I know we're wasting a lot of time looking at the screen. That's not entertaining at all. But can we just say, stay behind your tank?
Yes.
Yes.
Stay behind your tank, kids. Okay, let's roll on. There's a drag on a Nazeebo.
Is a drag. He's completely out, and he dies.
And he dies. There we go. Did do some damage. Mintwing, Leoric. Leoric is not close down either. Blinkstein, are we gonna get the second kill? Yeah, all right.
We got Illidan instead.
Counter kill on Illidan, which is something.
Tychus got a nice degree. Grenade.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, so we see the laning out. The Haka is instantly going bottom lane, while the blue team sends 2 people top.
All right.
So if we're focusing on what Nazeebo is doing, what we said about Tychus being in the solo lane, we should probably try to be more vocal here and ask if Tychus, can you go top so I can double soak mid and bottom? Probably.
Yeah.
Even if like the Tychus doesn't go there, oftentimes when you play Hero League, your teammate doesn't listen or just makes the big mistakes. It happens. But if you try to be more vocal, like Tychus, you would probably win the solo lane versus Leoric and Dahaka if possible. Can I duo soak mid and bottom? I mean, if he says no, well, you have at least tried.
Can you just pause?
Oh, yeah, sure.
In addition, they do have the Johanna, and Johanna brings pretty decent wave clear in a rotation with like mid bot here, and to have Nazeebo and Johanna together will probably give the blue team not only pretty decent wave clear, but also getting stacks pretty early and can pretty easily and can create some pressure in the lanes. But instead, we're seeing them having 2 top and 2 in the bottom. No, 3 in the bottom actually, but they're losing the fight in the bot lane pretty hard, which gives over both shrines to the red team.
Yeah, and versus Dahaka, who could burrow mid, as he has did, he can capture the dragon pretty easily.
He's going for it right now even. So right now he's probably going to get it. And like, you cannot control this on the bottom lane if you are Nazeebo on the top lane. You can, you only have control of your own hero. The only thing you can do in solo queue is be the best possible influence for your team. That's all you can really do in Hero League.
Yeah. So what would you do here? Because the blue team is in a bad position right now. It's only 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game, but it's already looking like the red team are going to get a dragon here. And what would you do as a Nazeebo in this case? Because you see in the bot lane, both Tychus and Oriole are too low to actually fight over the shrine. It doesn't seem like you're going to get the top shrine anytime soon. Do you just mount up and run mid to interrupt, or?
I will first backping the Johanna until she is actually backing off. Because you want to keep your team alive to prevent them from feeding if it's possible. That's a very important one.
Yeah, I think you can give up the DK now. It's really, really early in the game. It will not do much. Like they will get like maybe 1 or 2 towers.
Yeah,
it's still fine because you have the late game composition, and you don't want to feed to try and prevent them to get this early DK. I think it's not worth it.
Yeah, definitely. The early game DKs, as Kalle Gunnar said, is pretty weak. Like 1 or 2 towers tops.
Okay, so the moral we take from this so far is don't despair. It's early in the game.
Exactly.
No reason to go AFK in base just yet.
No reason
Cloud-
to call GG.
Cloud comes for all, especially in the late game.
Especially versus a late game Nazeeba as well.
It goes for both sides, by the way. Don't be cocky because you're at an advantage.
Exactly.
And now we see the Haka picking up the dragon. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And
Vala died mid bottom as well.
And one types GG.
yeah. GG, 3 on top. When it actually only was 2 on top, so I'm not sure what the Tychus is talking about here. But yeah, this is like, we can have an own episode about this, like the mentality and how to like struggle with it, because you will always have some of those guys that like says GG after dragon gets taken after 1 minute and 40 seconds, but it's like, what to do?
So,
I mean,
what you can do right here is just try and get the most of it. Again, like Nazeeba here, you're probably not going to kill his Leoric. It's Leoric, he's freaking tanky. First of all, especially as a early game Nazeeba, you're not going to be outputting enough damage to actually kill him unless you like trap him inside a wall, in their towers. So
he's down.
what you can do as a Nazeeba player is you can just rotate mid and get at least this decay as far off the tower as possible while soaking this at the same time. Tychus will also be able to put a big damper on the decay, so getting the decay just chunked really fast before you can get the second tower is the most important thing to do, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Johanna and top lane are going to go anywhere just yet. So for the Nazeeba's part, go mid, and together with the Tychus should be able to take down this dragon in a decently quick. And of course, it's not good that Vala is dead, but Oriel should be able to soak bot alone while the 2 others handle the DK in the middle.
Yeah, they don't have much siege potential bottom with a Ming and a Bright. They can do some damage to the tower, but I think it's fine. So you can just go mid here. Tychus Nass, Def DK. Let Johanna be top lane for now, because she doesn't want to move, but it's fine. Soak all the lanes, it's still fine. They're gonna be like maybe 1 level up or a half level up. We will see. But it will be fine still, I think.
Oh. Yeah. Let's see, more whining from the Tychus, and Leoric and Ming is coming mid to help out. Oriel is leaving bot lane, so no soak there. And it seems both Johanna and Nazeeba now are coming down, now that the dragon is at half health.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you do here as a Nazeeba player?
As I see that my whole team is mid, I would probably just rotate back up top again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, get the soak and get your stacks.
Yeah.
Like, no reason to be 5 in mid here to def DK. You can see like how much Tychus actually chunked the DK. It's almost dead already.
Yeah, like we just talked about it in like what they should do, and they did the exact opposite. Like they all gathered in mid, no one is soaking top, no one is soaking bottom, and the enemy team does. Like, not only do they get the dragon, they get the wall in the mid lane, but they are soaking both of the other lanes at the same time. That's that's a huge plus for them. That's and a lot of XP that's going down the drain for the blue team in this case.
Oh.
Just efficiently soaking wins you half your games almost.
Yep. Like XP and wave clear is like, I'd say 40-50% of the games.
Yeah, that's
even more.
That kind of ties into the discussion I had here the other day about winning through macro, because some people seem to think that you can only carry a game by like picking a team fight hero that can kill people, but you can also, like a friend of the show, Frog, climbed from like gold to diamond only using Sagara, just macroing, split pushing, using Nidus to get into fights, but like there's
it's also the reason why, even if it's generally considered the worst ult, Lava Wave has a higher win rate than Sulfura Smash. That's because the sheer power of macro in Hero League, because people don't know how to deal with it.
All right.
Okay, Brightwing is teleporting in the middle, which is pretty useless. But should keep the Leoric alive? No,
Yeah.
he decides to go back in and dies for it.
But it's still a Leoric.
Yeah.
And Illidan is getting free push top. And now they're a level ahead.
Illidan just got a full wave towards towers, and you lost a full wave of experience.
Yeah. So if Nazeebo would have stayed top the whole game, not the whole game, but during the whole during the whole DK phase, it would have been much better. They wouldn't have been one level behind, and they still wouldn't have lost much more on the mid.
Yeah, than they already did with the DK.
Exactly.
In addition, if he was going between mid and bot, he could have picked up the easy camp pretty easily and had many more stacks.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't play super much of Nazeebo, but he has gotten 35 stacks now. If he had gone the middle and bot rotation instead, and said to Tychus that he should be in top, he should have had double?
Yeah, 67.
60,
Kind
60
of double, maybe 50, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, of course,
like
it's
you
harder.
don't get anyone. But he just died now in top actually, but that's okay. It seemed like he got both the Haka and Brightwing.
Yeah. I mean,
It was kind of
they have...
a little bit pushed up, but I think it's still fine. They used
it's not easy.
Top Global and Illidan, so...
Yeah,
it's pretty hard to play against.
Yeah, that's something that we didn't actually mention, when it came to the comps. But the globals on Dragonshire are very strong.
Yeah,
and it seems like the red team are abusing that to their strengths, which is good for them. He's going bot lane now.
Yeah, I think it's fine to go bot lane because you have two top lane.
Yeah,
but I think that he should go mid now because there's some soak here that they're missing again.
Yeah, there's plenty of soak that's not being picked up here. Okay, another shrine.
Tychus and Johanna should be able to win top, but they aren't.
They gotta kill bot though, which is pretty good.
That's really nice. Yeah.
But right now he is okay, it worked out. Okay, a jar of spiders not taking anything.
Can we pause?
Yeah.
There was 3 range minions here, and instead of attacking all 3, he was only attacking one and just auto-attacking it till it died instead. You can auto-attack all 3 and then rotate mid, because look at how much soak there is in mid now.
Yeah,
and you can just let Vala or Oriel finish those 3 minions off, and you get the stacks from those 3 minions, and you get the stacks from mid lane.
Yeah, and the XP.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's actually the more important thing, but
it's more important. But they almost are back in XP, even XP now, because of the kill they got.
Unless you can pick up 2 free kills, absolute 0 chance of failing to get 2 free kills. The minion wave is usually better.
Yeah, the minion wave is worth so much XP. The point about kills is the timers kind of to be up in numbers. Mid it's a lot of XP that's not being soaked. Someone died with Tychus and he died top. Johanna is also not doing very well top, but it's okay to not do okay top as long as you do good bot kind of. In my opinion, it would be fine if Tychus just soaked top safely and Johanna was with the 4 men in bot lane. They could probably have done some real work there.
Yep.
Definitely.
The Leeming. Just gets out. That's unlucky for the Vala there. I think couldn't finish that off. 1 jar of spiders would have done the job. Again, we see 1 minion being attacked at the same time, but a jar of spiders spreads a lot of the poison.
Yeah, but generally, as Nazeebo, since the majority of your damage is on the dot of your auto attack, you should be trying to spread it all the time.
That was a nice zombie wall.
That was a really good zombie wall,
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
But now Illidan is joining the party. Liming is back, but it's not
Huh?
going too well for the red team right now. They're kind of trickle feeding.
Yeah. The blue team is actually doing a pretty good job, and
Yeah, and I
Nasibu
think-
playing is putting out
Okay,
some
we
good
can we
damage.
pause again?
Yeah.
Okay, so they just got 3 kills, I think.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They are pretty low, but I think most of them will have tap ready. I'm not sure though. Can check. Tychus has tap in 3 seconds. Ariel doesn't have tap, but it's fine. She doesn't use mana. Valla doesn't have tap actually. And Nas doesn't have tap, but he's fine, I think. So you just got 3 kills. So you want to do something with those 3 kills. So what's up on the map at the moment? We can see that they have easy camp, not taken yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they can maybe do that. They can try and get the DK, but they're super low on most, so I don't think that's a good plan. And they're 2 top, trying to get top shrine. So what I would do now is send Nas and Valla maybe to camp. Go Tychus mid and soak, and Ariel just safely soaks bottom. So you can get some macro pressure going bottom. And then you can just go stack with Nas again or something mid or whatever.
And how do you do that? Just ping the camp. Just,
Yeah.
Ping the camp, ask for it. And
Yeah.
who comes. You will see. And
Pretty much.
if there's not enough people coming, you can always just stop taking the camp and do something else.
I just realized the blue team also have triple backline comp.
Yeah.
Yep.
For quadruple actually, which is
Yeah.
something. But again, yeah, you can't actually fix that.
Do we have any other
Well,
opinions
if
on
they were
the
more
challenge?
healthy, I would say that they should push bottom and get the wall. But I
Yeah.
think they're way too low to do that.
Yeah.
So I think just go
Definitely.
camp.
Yeah, plus
I think-
Liming is still alive. She can kill Valla with a combo, as she didn't have tap, so
Yeah, definitely. And Leoric is spawning in any second as well.
yeah, there he is back. But
Yeah.
it's you
Yeah.
okay. Lesson number 2: move out of the Liming combos.
Yeah.
Like
Versus a Liming, it's really important to stutter step.
yeah.
I mean,
Also-
yeah, so stutter step so you can easily dodge your combo, so it's harder for her to hit. And also always try to hide behind your own minions.
Some of
Yeah.
the more important ones to take away, like there was, like if you are if you have the idea that you can't carry your teammates, the moment such a thing happens where you just get hit by a Liming combo you could have dodged, then it's entirely your fault. You can always dodge that kind of
Exactly.
things.
Yeah.
You only have influence on your part. So what you should do in Hero League is play the absolute best you could ever do.
Exactly.
That's your
And-
mission.
I mean, if we talk strictly about the being versus a Liming, the second you see her in your vision, you should try to move like up and down to dodge her abilities. If you're not behind like your tank or a minion wave. If you're behind your minion wave, you're pretty safe. But always try to move like unpredictable while stutter stepping or whatever, so you can dodge the combos.
Yep.
And you also see that she took the orb build that will do a lot of damage if you don't dodge the orb.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 tips, just really quick, just regarding stutter stepping. For those that like are unfamiliar with it, it's all about just keep moving between the auto attacks, because you can do that on. I was about to say all heroes, but it's almost all heroes. You do an auto attack, then you move a little bit. You do another auto attack, and then move a little bit. There are plenty of YouTube videos out there that discusses just this thing. I suggest looking them up, because stutter stepping is so powerful. And to be honest, if it has been stutter step there, he would probably have been able to dodge that orb much easier. And instead of getting chunked from 60% health to 20, he would be in a much better position to fight and keep stacking.
Yeah.
Also, as we mentioned, we can see that the Liming is going or build. Press tab once in a while, and because like stuff like that is really helpful. You can see that she has Orbill. You know that those are gonna hurt, and they're gonna have a bigger range than they usually do. So just like, easy stuff that can help you play better.
And now it's also unfortunate that they both are, Tychus and Nazebo are really low versus the Leoric who just spawned, and Liming maybe has a tap. And the Alter has spawned, they are losing top, which probably means that they are about to lose another DK, since Vala is really low in mid as well. So it's an unfortunate timing as well, because they can't defend this bottom one.
Where did Oriel go?
Probably not.
Oh yeah, she's backing probably.
Yeah.
Just a little thing to add. Also, what I personally think is the most powerful thing that's not directly clear or a little bit more indirect about stir stepping is that it keeps you very active.
Yeah.
When you need to do an effort to do auto attacks as efficiently and good as possible, you are always more aware of your surroundings. Keep that in mind. Like, the more active you are, the better you will play. That's why actually that's also a thing. A lot of at least I heard so that a lot of Korean players actually right-click very close to their heroes, so that they need to keep clicking and keep themselves very aware, so that they have very tight and strict control of their hero.
Yeah. It also helps you to have higher APM, so you look cool.
Yeah, because if you have your cursor like not close to your hero, it takes much longer to go back, like, because you need to move your cursor back. But if you have to have it close to your hero, you can just move it a tiny little bit back, and then you can go back, or forward if you want to go forward, for that matter. Otherwise, you have to make a huge mouse swing, or whatever you call it, if you have your cursor way too far from your hero.
All right, let's see how this plays out.
Yep. So Peter said that he is afraid that the red team is going to pick up another dragon here. With they have to give up bot here. Like, I think that even that is too far out to be in the bot lane, because they can
look at this hero minion.
Yeah, luckily Winion in the middle, but it was not enough, unfortunately.
The Johanna was almost there. She could use like her blind to maybe postpone it a little bit, but nothing to do there.
If we can pause.
Yeah.
Like we said on the bottom, just a tiny little thing like taking a Liming Orb to the face can mean something huge to get the Dragon Knight, because they couldn't be able to defend bottom now.
Yeah.
If he would have dodged it, they would have been in a much better position.
And like it was possible to see that they were losing top, and that they have to win bot to not lose the dragon. And when you have to win bot, you need to deal out more damage than you take. Kind of. They only had to give it up now, and. Then again, when you have to give it up, if you really don't want to lose a dragon, do you go mid and try to interrupt this kind of?
I think here in this situation, I think you give it because your Vala just went back. Your Oriel is trying to go back because he has like 200 HP.
Same with
Tychus. Just took a Ming Orb to the face, so you're like 300 HP, and your Tychus is 300 HP as well. So there's not much you can do. You have to give the DK again.
Yeah,
for the late game.
Yeah, for our Nazebo here specifically, there's not much he can do. I would even.
He's doing the right thing now. I think he's being bottom and soaking. This is the correct decision.
Yeah, I agree. Really just staying bot here and just getting the stacks and soaking the waves. And at the moment, he's keeping 2 of the enemies busy in the bot lane. And if he can continue doing that, that is more than good enough.
Yep.
All right.
So great play from him. Even hits Yorick with the zombie wall, which is pretty fine. But the dragon is pushing mid.
Yeah. But I mean, mid is lost. There's not much you can do.
Yeah. But though it has been said, both teams hit level 10 at almost the same time.
Yeah.
So they're 4 versus 3 in the mid lane here. Hopefully they can make something happen.
Ooh, this is scary for him. He's going to get marched.
Yeah.
Oh.
Leoric's fine.
So, did you get that, Rune? That he died in bot lane?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not much to say about.
This was okay-ish. Like, Maybe not. He's missing some stacks now, but or an experience maybe. But trading 1-for-1 is still fine because you're down experience, so you get more experience for this kill than they will get. So I think it's a fine 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, I agree that in theory it kind of works since you are behind, you get some extra XP. But of course, it's if you can not die, that's better. And this seems like they're fighting bot now.
Yeah.
They are doing some fighting, but that is not where Nazebo is. That's like this. He has no influence here. What happens here doesn't really matter until it has happened.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the only thing he could do is like ping retreat or something. Then say 3v5 because, I mean, Johanna isn't there either, and just hope that they react. But in most cases, they will not. But that's like the only thing you can do to influence what's happening.
Yeah.
What he himself did is the correct decision.
Definitely.
Soak. It's so
definitely.
good.
He's definitely doing the right thing by staying top. But I mean, being vocal is something you can do because that's the only way you can impact the other players. They are making shitty decisions. Say something nice and say, okay, you're fighting 3v5. Back off.
Yeah, because I was about to say that he has two things he can do. He can join the fight, but I agree that he's doing the right thing. There's no one top. The Hawkeye is pushing. There's a lot of XP and stacks to get there. Just go top and soak them in. That's the right decision. And when the team are fighting in a bad position down here, ping right in chat and try to make them go back. I think in this case the Tychus is pretty trigger happy. Which is the reason he's so far forward. And the Oriole was hunted by the Illidan, and there's not much kind of you can do about that. But yeah.
I think they can retreat from this fight. But what I want to say is like sometimes you have to follow your team, even though they make stupid decisions. But this situation, I think that you should not follow your team. If it was more late game, let's say that this was maybe 16 or over, then I think that you should join your team, even though they make stupid decisions.
Yeah, it's better
if
to
they
do.
die, you will probably lose the game anyway. So
then it's better to sack the 4 top. Like it doesn't matter late game as much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's generally better to go with your team, even if it's a stupid mistake, than doing the right thing yourself, and they are fighting 4v5. Even if it's not really the fight to take, you still have a higher chance of winning if you're 5v5, even if it's a shitty fight.
Making the wrong call as 5 people as a team is gonna win you a lot of games, while just doing like a good call like half-assed because not everyone is sure if it's the right call.
Yeah,
it's way worse.
Definitely.
Yeah, we can continue, I think.
Yeah. Let's see how the Tychus are doing in this Odin. He does dodge the orb. He may get away. That sealed his.
Yeah, he missed the heal.
Yeah, that sealed his fate. Straight from Vala gets interrupted, and he starts to whine in the chat. Where is our team? I don't understand all.
If you don't want to read this, just mute the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, this is.
Hero League,
it's a feeding sword.
Oh, God.
So.
Yeah, I mean, this is a perfect example where it's actually beneficial to mute chat or even a player.
Yeah, you can just mute. If you don't want to mute the entire chat, just mute him. You can press tab, and then you can mute chat and ping if you want.
In this case, I'm gonna leave it unmuted because I feel that it's necessary. Like, you're gonna come across these guys, maybe some toxic people, and that's fine. Because honestly, it doesn't matter. What the fuck are they going to do? Yeah. Just play to your best. Again, it's the only thing you can do. It's when you're playing poker, you get the hand you're dealt with, and you have to decide. It's going to be a little bit of RNG, sure, but there are still professional poker players out there. They are able to make the correct decision themselves, even if they are a large parts based on RNG. Make the correct decisions, and via that, you can become a better player.
Exactly.
Yeah, and in this case, like the Tychus shouldn't be that far out. Yeah, and like maybe it was wrong of Johanna to soak another wave mid when the three of the team were fighting bot, but still, like, he can only control himself, and you will always get those that do stupid things and will blame the team. Yeah.
And also, speaking of being too far out, I mean, maybe nothing will happen now, but Nazeebo is quite far out in the middle. In the top, I mean. And playing versus a Illidan with Hunt, it's actually kind of risky.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really far way to go back, and Illidan can just chase you for days, and you don't have your wall to protect you, so he can even dive you under tower. So being here is actually really dangerous versus an Illidan.
Yeah,
with Hunt.
It's a lost top wall too. Yeah. Like, I can understand how it's tempting to push forward here, because you see everyone bot and you want stacks and you want to take down structures, but
But I mean, the focus here right now is not like pushing the top fort, which he's trying to do now. The focus should be like securing stacks and securing XP, and that he can just safely. He can sit in the bush so he can't get hunted and just let the wave come up. If he sees Illidan on the map, start rotating the mini wave and throw a spider. And then start rotating.
I think you can throw spider in the bush anyway. Because you can't get hunted anyway because you're in the bush.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Let's look at this another way. Like, you can definitely push this up, but you have to be prepared to outplay your opponent if they have a global that's gonna hunt you down. Yeah. Like, you could definitely just shotgun the Illidan if you do it well.
Yeah, it's possible.
If you
it's possible, but if he would have had 13 in ice block, it would have been so much easier.
It would be, but like, if you screw up in that case, in not playing him, it's your fault. Like, tell yourself, I should have played this better and do it better next time. Yeah. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. He keeps clearing.
Okay, that's good play. Like, he used his
that was
spells
really
and then
good
just
play.
went back.
And
That
then-
was really good.
Yeah. In exact time for when Illidan actually was coming up, like we predicted. So that's
the only thing I don't like is that he's maybe trying to get the shrine.
And also it doesn't really have a huge impact, but he should have been mounted up like a while ago.
Here's that shotgun I was talking about.
Yeah, okay, that was good.
that was good. Yeah.
If the Illidan player was better here, I think that this is not the correct decision, but well played by him anyway.
Yeah, I think the Illidan played that pretty bad.
Yeah, he should have been able to dodge all the frogs, but instead he ate 5 in the face and lost. So.
In the meantime, the rest of his team are fighting bots, not just against opponents, but also among themselves.
Pretty standard for Hero League, but...
Yeah, I mean, this is also something you can't control, but I mean, saying something we got the late game could have some kind of possible.
Okay. So...
Vala just killed the Daka. No. Yeah. Is this a dragon?
No.
Yeah,
it's a dragon.
Because they kind of lost the team fight bottom.
Yeah.
They have to give it the DK again, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now the DK is pushing top for some reason, which is actually good for the blue team.
Good for the blue team, as top is probably the worst lane on this map.
I mean, it's XP, but they will never, in 99 out of 100 or 999 of 1,000 cases, not end through top. So
yeah, it rarely happens, and it should be enough for Nazeebo to get him down here.
Yeah,
but Tychus dies again.
If you can pause.
Yeah.
This is only a small thing, because where he stood right now, right in front of the bridge, he is lining up perfectly to get a full range kick. If he instead would have stood a little bit higher up to get kicked into the wall, he could have still stayed and DPS'd.
Or even better.
Yeah.
Even better would be an absolute funny meme, actually, is stand at the other side of the DK. So no spot of escape anymore.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, that would probably actually work. And the Limming would have been dead. So I mean, be safe with the kicks. Try to align yourself so you wouldn't be kicked as far out. And if you see that he's completely alone, you could even do what Ruini said and stand on the opposite side to prevent the escape as well.
Do note that that's a very dangerous move.
That is very dangerous
Yes,
because
very
you could have been kicked out in the lane and the Haka could have burrowed and you could get hunted and you could have been dead.
Yeah, it could be a free kill. But it has to be mentioned that while that is going on, the Tykes are doing Tykes things again, and he died again in the mid lane, and he's spam pinging the Oriole for not healing him. But like, I don't know what to say. There's nothing more. There's nothing to say. Don't fight when you are a man under and the healer is in another lane, and don't blame the healer. Oh, yeah, it's frustrating. But then again, you will get those people in your Hero League games.
It will happen.
Yep.
It's just move
Well,
on.
The thing is, if you try your absolute best, even if you get such a bad hand, you can still win the game.
Exactly.
Clown can happen. They can clown. Well, you can clown even harder, but then whatever. The only thing you again need to do is do the best you can and improve yourself. Because if you improve, at some point, you're just gonna be better than everyone there and just gonna outplay people 1v2. Then it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
And
because
Yeah, sorry. Go. No, go, Narsha. I had another point.
no, it was nothing important.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to mention the level 13 talent on Nazeebo. He went Superstition, which is really good versus Liming, but it's absolutely horrible versus Illidan. If he would have taken Ice Block, he could have prevented himself from getting hunted. He could have easily escaped. But since he got Superstition...
You can dodge Ming's spells.
Yeah, I thought so
Ice Block
too.
So,
You see a huge orb coming, and you won't be able to dodge it. Pop your Ice Block, and no damage.
Exactly. So now, if you are out in the lane and get hunted, you are in 99% of the cases dead to Illidan because his auto attack will chunk you down so hard.
Yeah, the auto attack will do it. Yeah, and with Ice Block, you get hunted, you zombie wall, you put down your Gargantuan, you Ice Block, and then he hits you, and you don't get stunned, and he just takes a lot of damage with double toads and spiders. And let's continue. See what happens now. More spam pings. Again, nothing heal mid. Yeah, because the healer wasn't mid. Okay, that's more pings. Yeah. The Johanna dies. The Vala doesn't die.
Should have been dead if Illidan would have gone.
But yeah.
Never mind. Here Nazeebo.
Here as Nazeebo, you could actually just go bot. Soak this.
Yeah.
You can get that wave, get some chunk on the Haka, get more stacks, and by the time you've done that, a new wave would have been appeared, so you can get that one as well, and then rotate mid. Yeah, because you want that XP, because now you're almost 1.5 level behind.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Vala. The Haka should pay for this with his life, but I'm not sure if he burrow. He burrowed. He burrowed just to this bush, right to the right.
Just a tip: save your stuns for his burrow.
Yeah. But I think Nas should not be in the hard camp. I think he should have went bottom with his team here. They could have definitely gotten the kill if he was here.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Superstition saved him. My bad.
Yeah. If that was an orb in addition to the missiles, I think he would have died actually.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the spiders doing work. Hunt in the middle. Will Tychus get away? He probably should. Yeah, but I also agree. He should have probably have followed his team there to the bottom lane, secured the kill on the Haka, gotten some more stacks, depushed the lane, and of course, camps, Babe Rage. Camps are, something. But it's like at this point, you mostly just take the camp to take the camp. It doesn't have any like overall macro strategy, like ID behind it.
Yeah. You only took the camp here because they took their camp or something like that, I guess. But it's not worth to take a camp if you miss a kill, or that your team just died because you were on camp.
Yeah,
that you don't. I miss. You mean you miss a wave or two as well.
Yeah, but I think the top lane was pushed and they just took the mid lane soak.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
If he have done that instead, he would have gotten a couple of waves so the Haka would have died. They would have been much closer to level 16. And what's going on in the middle right now, they would be 5 versus 3. And that would probably secure them a couple more kills.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oriel dying with Aegis down is, of course, a bad thing.
And again, like, here you were thought, that is fine, honestly, instead clearing this, that's fine. And you cannot do anything about this besides giving a ping. But be aware that your team is there. So that you at least always have that decision to make, oh, maybe I should head down to middle now. This case, it probably wouldn't have helped. They just got obliterated. And you can't do anything about this.
Yeah.
But always keep an eye on the minimap in not only to cover yourself, but also to cover your teammates. You are not alone. I mean, you're probably gonna hate them within 20 minutes, but you still want to win. You're not gonna flame. You're just gonna be the best influence for your team possible, and that's occasionally that means saving your teammates, even if you just want to watch them die in the fire.
Yeah, because okay, this is not on topic, but really quick. The worst thing I see in Hero League games are, like, let's say on Sky Temple, we first pick Haka. Like, this is a specific example from my Hero League games. We first pick the Haka, and then we pick a support, and I pick my DPS, and the last 2 picks pick whatever and Butcher, because we already have a tank. The Haka is a warrior. And okay, that's stupid enough in itself. But then we say to the guy that's hovering Butcher, come on, man, don't take Butcher. Like, that's not going to work. Like, with their comp, they have a lot of blinds, and we need another tank. And then he proceeds to just AFK push the whole game because the team doesn't deserve to win since we flame him for picking Butcher.
So, yeah, there's definitely some frustration there. But besides asking him to play his best, you can't do anything. They just carry the guy because you deserve to win yourself.
Yeah,
Exactly.
not much more you can do. But yeah, in this case, it's like team is kind of running it down mid, they are behind in talents. There are fewer men. And it's not much to do here for the Nasibo. I can understand staying top, clearing the way of getting some more stacks and XP, getting closer to 16. And the team shouldn't have been where they were. Then again, try to ping, try to write in chat, and or maybe just try to save your teammates. Because, yeah, they might not be worth saving, but sometimes it's for the best.
Exactly.
Should be able to get away here.
Johanna is Johanna, so
Now another shrine phase is coming.
yeah.
Just trying to, yeah. Valla even says my bad. I like that when people can say like, okay, just depush it.
Yeah, by that they kind of lose the DK yet again now because they took a fight 4v5.
Yeah.
And yeah, correct decision by Ness again. You should not be top here. You should just go mid,
Go bot.
clear it, go bot, clear it.
But still, I want to point out use mounts. Every little thing, mount up. He was walking from here to, from the mid lane to bot without a mount.
So again, the DK is going top, which is really good for you guys.
Yeah. It's perfect.
But, yeah, this is like, if you can pause.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Seeing us going top here, this is not the correct decision now, I think. The fort was already dead, and you could have gotten a 5v4 fight in mid lane if you were with your team now.
Yeah.
So going top lane here is a waste of time. You just wasted 30 seconds by doing nothing.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah, and you still didn't save the fort, and you got maybe 5% of the DK's health. No, 3%, sorry. I can even see it down to
So
the
yeah,
And the worst thing is that I think he ran from bot lane, and in bot lane now there's a huge wave with the giants coming up. Like, if he could be like, can I ping? Like, no, I can ping. If he were like by the easy camp, like coming through the bushes here with a zombie wall, like flanking with the zombie wall here, could do like a bunch of damage with the gargantuan. Because like the fort is still there as like the fort that has gone down. So they like you see where Li Ming now is now, and the Auric is running. Like there's a choke point there. He could do so much damage, especially with the giant, the DK going top for some stupid reason. This could be when they made their comeback.
Yeah, and Li Ming even went glass cannon. So like one spider and a hit from Gary the Gargantuan, Li Ming would probably have been dead, or at least would have been forced back.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Emerald Wind being used didn't do too much, but now they're
more likely saved Tychus.
Yeah, more likely saved Tychus. Tychus, again, I was about to say, was way out of position.
Yeah.
So he obviously plays. Then is being popped. Is good. Johanna is taking a lot of damage, and she's down. She was hunted by Dragon.
Yeah.
It was just unfortunate. I think Ariel was a little bit slow. She still has Aegis.
Yeah.
But it's fine. You won the team fight now because the enemy team just overcommitted really, really hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so here I want to pause again, because right now the only thing you can accomplish mid lane is soaking this wave that still has come up. Meanwhile, on the bottom side is still a full wave. You can soak.
Yeah.
Soak.
Yeah. I think that you go 3 bot, but not Nas. Look at top lane. There's even more stacks for you top lane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like he's doing decent on stacks. He's on 150 stacks now, and he still have a couple of levels to do it on. But at this point, you need the stacks and you need the XP, because the enemy team is like 1.5 level ahead. And as you kind of have the late game comp, and especially when you play the Nasibi yourself, you are, your job is, or your team's job is to carry you to 20, and at 20 you carried the team to victory. Because like that's what Nasibo does. But then you need to get to 20, and hopefully not so long after the enemy team does. And to do that, you need.
So
you can even send 2 people to easy camp because they just spawn now as well. You can send Tychus to death, then go Valor for easy camp, and that's top.
Yeah. Instead of kind of just like doing things random.
I mean, it's fine that Nas went mid actually a little bit and just throw like 2 spells. And that's top. That's good too.
Yeah.
He should be able to get all the stacks from the top lane here.
And the Haka just gave them a little bit damage on easy camp, which was pretty good for them.
It's a nice Haka.
Oh, Nemo.
Yeah. They should be careful now though, because Leoric just spawned.
Yeah.
Aegis going down by the easy camp. Vala being pretty aggressive. Oh, feeding sword. Not doing anything.
Yeah.
Maybe Leoric.
I mean, they sound them away, but getting a kill on Leoric isn't worth much.
This is a really good flank by the Nas player.
Yeah, this is a great.
Yeah, that was. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great flank from the Nasibo here. If he had hit that zombie wall, he probably could have gotten maybe a couple of kills, at least one.
Yeah. They got 1 more kill now, so they can get bottom camp, which is what they're doing, which is good.
Yeah.
And Nasibo is fully stacked now, so that's really good too.
It's really good.
Yeah, now and that's kind of the thing. The earlier you get stacks, the earlier you can focus on actually doing like things for the game and for the team.
Yeah.
Now I need to get to 20. Did I hear a hunt?
Yeah, I hear hunt.
Okay, pause. So let's look at the map now. So top lane. You can soak it if you want, but I don't think it's the right decision. The Nasibo on the top Bruiser camp, which is a good play, because the shrine is spawning now, so you'll have pressure top lane. You see that your team is 4 mid, and you have giants bottom. you see that they have Leoric, which is still dead, but spawning soon, and Mingbot. They see that they have, I think it's Illidan mid, which they're chasing down, but you also see 2 missing. You don't know where Dak and Brightwing are, but they are on hard camp, which you don't really know. But I think that you should be with your team at the moment right now.
Yeah.
Because if they take a team fight 4v5, because they can definitely go in 5 with the red team here because they have triple global, you will have your team in a disadvantage. Yeah. And if you lose a team fight now, it's probably game because it's 50 minutes into the game and the DK is about to spawn. You can just go mid, take the keep, and then core with the DK, and then you will lose the game.
Especially since you already played with them 15 minutes, you should know some tendencies that they have, especially like Tychus, very trigger happy. Same with the Valla, very upfront with her playstyle. And the Johanna also doesn't really like backing off as much. So this is like one of those teams where you just want to stick with them as a team and just try to smart people down. If it doesn't work, okay, whatever. Yeah. But if it does work, you just steamroll people.
And also one thing to point out is that if you would have gone 5 to the bottom and gotten the fort, you are opening a win condition. That's really important in the late game. Now it starts going closer to the end game. So if you would have gotten the bottom fort, you could have ended later if you get a Dragon Knight. Instead, taking a camp on top, it's nice pressure on top, of course, but it doesn't accomplish much for you to end the game.
Yeah. So maybe if you are with a full pre-made team, this could be the right decision. But since these people are kind of want to fight often, you want to be with your team, win the fight, open up the map, and play from there.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see Illidan, he's hunting in. He is not going to do much against the Johanna. He might even die. Oh, no! He got away.
Oh my god.
No!
Okay, nice snipe.
Finally, the Tychus doesn't work. That was great. But then again, Brightwing could have teleported in, and the Haka could have burrowed in, and that would probably put your team in a terrible disadvantage. But now they are pretty even on experience, and the Shrine is up.
Can we pause again?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just took a hard camp, and you saw the enemy take hard camp. You just got a kill on Illidan, which is good. But let's look at the rotations now. You sent 2 top lane, you sent 2 mid, and 1 bottom. And you already saw that Leoric and Ming was bottom. So what I would have done is rotate 3 bot, so you can have a 3v2, and then send Joe mid, and maybe Nas mid too, and try and push down bottom, maybe, or get their easy camp or something, because this rotation is not favorable for them, because they still have 2 globals up.
Yeah.
And if you split your team like this, you'll probably lose the bottom fight or the top fight, which is not good for your team.
Yeah, you just want to stick together as a team in the later phases, especially in Hero League.
Yeah, in this case,
you can't control your allies that easily, but still saying gather top, gather bottom, or whatever still helps the cause.
Just I'm going here ping also helps a lot. Just come with us.
Or assistance or whatever, danger pings. I mean, use the tools that you have available.
And in this case, pushing mid doesn't make much sense to me. It's just and Valla is solo bottom versus Glass Cannon Ming and
probably gonna die.
Yeah.
If they send Tigers and Ariel bot and have these 2 top, I think it's a favorable fight because they can only get a 2v2 top.
Yeah.
And they can have a 3v3 bot, but I think their 3v3 is better.
Yeah, I agree. And Illidan is dead for 40 more seconds, which is a lot. And this should be like power play situation for the blue team here. They're about to hit 20. Nasibo has the stacks. He's going to chunk through anyone. So
So that's what I want to say. We can continue.
Yep. Let's see what actually happens. Will Liming hit an orb? No, she actually misses. The Valla is in trouble though.
Because you did a bad rotation, your Valla died. So That was
Yeah.
not good.
And yeah, the Tychus and Oriole finally goes bottom, but way too late. They do get the top shrine and clear the hard camp, but then again, the hard it's not gonna do anything actually. The top lane on Dragonshire is just useless lane.
Do they notice? They don't
Pause.
notice.
Here, pause again.
Yeah.
So you just see a Brightwing top lane, and you saw that the Hacker bird bottom, and Illidan is still dead. So I don't know why are they rotating mid now. They can easily kill this Brightwing top lane.
Yep.
Or
They didn't
at
notice,
least
I think.
first, or at least first wins or something. Because they just let him have the shrine for free now, which makes no sense actually.
Yeah, I think Rune said it correctly. I think they just didn't notice. They just didn't pay attention to it. So Brightwing can just take a.
Yeah, in this late game, you definitely need to notice all the globals. You're playing versus triple globals with everyone has really high cooldowns. You need to keep track of them.
Yeah.
That's really important, especially on Dragonshire, where late game Dragon Knight ends the game.
Yeah, and now Brightwing teleported down. Illidan is back. He hunted in, and that means the blue team is 2 versus 5 in the bottom lane suddenly.
Yes.
They already have the top shrine. They killed off 2 people now, or they have killed off 2 people. Vala dying not that long ago, and Nasibo and Johanna is just fooling around mid lane.
Yeah.
So how can you prevent this? Just stick as a team together, keep them together.
Yeah.
Herd the sheep, herd the cats.
If you just rewind like 2 or 3 minutes ago, they had an advantage. They got 2 or 3 kills. But just because they made super bad rotations, they just kind of lost the game now because 2 are dead. They lost top shrine, they lost bottom shrine, and they will get DK, and it's a level 6 or level 16, 16-minute DK. It will probably end the game if you are 3 dead. So you just kind of threw the game right now because of your bad rotations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think going top in itself was a bad decision. It wasn't much to do there.
It was not only Nasibo's fault, to be honest. It was
kind
of
of course not. But I mean, also the mentality, you could have blamed the hell out of Vala feeding alone bot lane, but that's not only on her; it's on the whole complete team because no one was there. While you knew that Leoric and Li Ming would have been able to kill her.
Yeah, I think what some of you said earlier, I can't remember who, and now I can't remember my point either, but it's let's see what happens. I forgot what it was. Johanna is going top to try to cap it before they can get the dragon, which she should be able to.
Yeah, she's doing the correct.
Yeah.
They used all their globals bottom, so just get top shrine.
Just postpone.
Nasibo should probably just go bottom now. Just go back
from here.
and then
Sort
go
it the safe way. It's really dangerous.
You can't do anything here 1v5. You're way too out of position right now. You'll probably die now.
And you're also not accomplishing anything because you have captured top.
Yeah.
So delaying mid, you don't accomplish anything here. So instead, you'll probably die.
Yeah, Johanna will cap top before anyone can start to channel mid. Yeah. So it's and of course this Illidan has shown himself not to be the most competent Illidan, so he may not be able to kill Nasibo here, but you make it easy for him, kind of.
Yeah.
And let's see if he can do it. He's on him at least. Oh, he's taking so much junk from those toads.
Vile infection OP.
Brightwing saved him. Yeah, that's
Johanna should have
left
way ago.
Oh, feeding sword escape.
Well, Vala goes in, which is not good.
Yeah, Vala should never be there. Then again, leave! Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dodging everything. Does Vala survive? Really?
As you can see, this is just a very good Vala. No, she's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, there she died.
I mean, if she survived that was a really good play. But if she dies, it's a really bad play. Because you delayed them really good, but if you die, you lose anyway.
Bot lane. Check this out. Nasibo, level 20 Nasibo. He's gonna wreck them.
Uh-oh.
And Tychus is killing Ming top lane too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is. He's gonna die from it, but
Oh, so close.
oh, that was pretty close in bot lane.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's 18 minutes, if you have 5 up, you can still def this DK, I think. So it's no reason to go and feed just to delay them getting the DK, because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
The thing is, everyone here just went somewhere else and died on their own.
Yeah.
Naziba did it, Fala did it, Tychus did it, now Ariel does it too.
I'm not
Johanna
sure
is
if
just on her own crusade.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not sure if we can see the blue team's pings, but the lack of communication, like go top, go mid, something writing, or someone pinging, is showing off late game.
Yeah.
No one is saying anything, then everyone is just doing whatever they want. And obviously, most of them are doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
The only pings I've seen is from Tychus after he died.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, just an assistant ping or danger ping, or just say
It's
something,
tricky.
go top, go mid, or whatever.
Yeah. When
Even
I
if
play
it's
Hero
not
League,
the
so...
yeah.
When
Even
I
if
play
it's
Hero
not the
League,
correct.
usually when I have a global, or let's say I want to fight, or I want to go back, I use pings. Like, let's say I have a global hero, like the Haka, for example, and we're playing Sky Temple. I'm soaking top lane, blah 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 blah, soaking. Then I see that they are team fighting bottom, and then I ping on the bush, assist me or incoming or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
I ping the bush that I dig in, and then my team sees that I'm coming in from the bush, so they can then react with a play, or maybe ping, oh no, don't go here, or type in chat, we don't want to fight now, or whatever.
That doesn't mean that you like spam everything and just furiously type in chat.
Of course not.
Just ask the team. Like, asking is free.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ordering people is just gonna make it worse. But asking, can we get together? And a ping towards towards the place you want to go. There you go. At least 2 or 3 people follow. Usually, maybe.
Hopefully.
Sometimes you just have to do with that. But play with your team.
Yeah, there's a distinct lack of communication in this game, and when it comes to pinging, of course it's easy to say, but my team doesn't listen anyways. They're just gonna do their own thing no matter what I ping. But it's better to ping than not to ping. And
I mean, in some cases they will listen, and in many of those cases it will win you the game. Not pinging is like not even trying in this case.
And it's just like Rune says, it's possible to do in a decent way. You don't have to like, oh noobs, come here, help me. Like you can actually do like, how about, or just put a question mark at the end of your sentence, and you can be good just from that.
Yeah, like don't do like the Tychus does. That's like a clear description. Like don't be that guy when you're talking to the team. Like try to be easy. I mean, try to calmly say, can we go top? Can we defend mid? Can we flank here? Or whatever. And
with a 20-minute DK almost, this should be game, and it obviously is. Again, just want to mention, I think it was Galen that said, if everyone on the blue team was alive here, they could have defended. It would have been possible, even against the DK this late game. But
definitely.
And then some salt on the chat. But like when you're only 3 down, like the game was thrown by splitting up and the rotations being done.
The early game was not good, but it was to be expected from their team comp. They had to give up the first 2 DKs because of some misplays by either than us or the team. But in the end, what was my point? Like, you have the late game comp, you had an advantage because you got a team fight and you got 3 kills, but you throw your advantage because you made some really bad rotations.
Blue team should probably just have stayed together like at all times in the late game there, as they most probably had the superior comp for team fights and late game with the Mestekna Sibo. It's just
Definitely.
And what that means is you can just move in to do your own in those kinds of late game situations. If your team is not following you, or you just wait until they are there following you. Like otherwise, you're just gonna walk in, feed, and that's it. So get the team together, even if it takes a long time. But once you get the team together, you can start murdering people.
Yeah. I mean, just to summarize what we've talked about, if you have the mindset that, oh yeah, I tried my best, I couldn't have done anything different in this game, you totally could have. For example, dodging one Liming Orb bot lane at the second DK, that would probably have saved the DK. You could have defended the bottom, and they wouldn't have gotten the DK at that moment. That would have completely changed the game because you wouldn't have been that far behind in the middle game. And in the late game, stay with the team. Those two things could have fundamentally changed the outcome of the game.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, Galne, any closing thoughts?
Just like when you get an advantage, you have to think, what should we do with this advantage? Because it felt like they didn't know what to do when they had an advantage. They just split it and soaked when they really didn't need to do that as much, I felt like. So what you can take from this game is that when you get an advantage, you need to think in your head, what can I do now to have more advantage from this advantage going forward? Example, doing camps, pushing structures, getting the objective, which is basically the main point of this team brawler game. You get structures, you get the objective, you win the game.
Rune?
Yeah.
Any thoughts to summarize?
No, like, again, you are the only one that has an influence on your own play. Like, yeah, I mean, getting the team together and that kind of things, those are very important. But always look for the faults in your own gameplay. You make so many mistakes. Like, even at the pro levels, they make so many small positional mistakes that you almost already can lose games upon. You will make hundreds of mistakes. Just what you need to do is find those mistakes and make yourself a better player.
Exactly.
Indeed. And hopefully this will help doing that by pointing out some things that you may not see for yourself or be a bit blind towards. As it's hard to be completely objective when it is yourself. It's regarding. I don't know what else I can say. That I really hope that you get something out of this, the viewer that sent this in, and I also hope that you that listen to this or that's watching this can take what we did just now and try to do this yourself towards your own replays. As mentioned, if you need any help like getting started, getting some tips what to look for, stuff like that, just contact us. We have this Discord. It's open, it's public. Just get in there, poke us, and ask us the questions, and we will be there to help you out, hopefully, because by improving yourself, you can climb the ranks, and who doesn't want a little bit shinier portrait border around the portrait?
And get more gold and mounts.
Yeah, I mean, the new mounts this season looks awesome.
Yeah,
I want to grind for Masters to get that rainbow thingy. It looks so good.
If there's any Hero League season that's actually worth grinding out to get that master, it's this one. But that was about like 75-80 minutes of analysis out of one 20-minute game, and you can do this yourself to improve your gameplay, and it will help you climb those ranks. But that was all we had for this extra content episode, but we'll not leave without our guys giving some shout outs, starting with you, Galne Gunnar.
Okay, shout out to you guys as usual, Hero Staunch, my team, Good Gorsugalt, and My stream and Twitter at Gonlagono93 for both. And thanks for having me yet again.
Yeah, always a pleasure to have you on, Galna. Rooney, it was great to have you back from behind the scenes. Do you have any parting words for our viewers today?
Please get me on Zarya again. Thank you very much.
Bliss buff Zarya. Okay, thanks. Peter, you amazing man. Thanks so much for making your debut on the show.
It was really fun to be here, and I hope I can join again in some future episodes.
Great. Yeah, I hope you had a good time, and maybe there's anyone or anything you want to mention before we go?
I wanted to thank you on the Slothcast, everyone here. It was been a pleasure, and I also want to thank Heroes Lounge, Cosmic, and everyone there to create this awesome thing, and also to my new team called Newt.
This show can be found at Slothcast Hots on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch as of last week, where we will stream the recording of the regular episodes that goes out every week, hopefully. So you should get in on that. If you aren't tired of this noisy Latino, you can find me at _Narsha on Twitter and in most Discord servers near you. As usual, contact us through Reddit, YouTube comments, or the new shiny Discord if you got any comments, questions, or feedback, as we'd love to hear from you. And thanks a lot for listening. We'll see you guys around in the Nexus and on the web. And until next time, good luck and have feeds.
Arsha, a single question.
Okay.
What is Shogal's favorite FPS game?
Shogal's favorite FPS game? No, I'm not sure.
Overwatch.
Oh.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.